Namaste and welcome. I'm Julie Hill. I help people eliminate pain and get back into doing the activities they love through yoga therapy, through personal training, muscle testing, and Reiki energy healing. Today I wanted to share with you some practices that you can do with a sandbag. You don't need to worry if you don't have a sandbag available. It's unlikely that you would. You can also substitute in a bag of flour. This is a 5-pound bag, which would work great. I also have here a bag of rice, which you could tape up, apply some tape around it, make it a little thinner. You could tape 2-pound, 5-pound bags of rice together, whatever works. This happens to be a 10-pound sandbag here in a rectangular shape. I personally like the rectangular shape, so if you're ever looking to get one for yourself, you may try and find that kind of design. So we're going to look at some different things that you can do. There are many benefits that you might discover as you start to use a sandbag as a tool. One of the biggest ones is simply the effect of grounding, right? Letting ourselves really surrender into the earth and feel that support. That truly will calm your nervous system, slow down your day, so to speak, and allow you some space from everything that's going on. So we can start with that as one of the practices. You could be seated in a chair, on a couch, or on the floor like I am, and just placing it across the tops of your feet. And then being supported here, whether you're leaning against a wall or on the back of a chair. I can already feel the impact as my feet just kind of sink into the floor. So that's a great practice to start. You could certainly lay down with your palms up, placing the weight of a flour bag here and another flour bag there. Another lovely position to come in just to start to work on grounding yourself or allowing your body, your nervous system to let go a little bit, to shift out of that sympathetic state into parasympathetic or relaxation, rejuvenation. So let's look at some other things that you can do laying down. Now I have here a pillow, a blanket, anything like that you want to just have close by in case you want to use it. I'm going to set these aside for now. I also have a rolled up mat that I'm going to use as a prop for under my knees. So coming onto your back, if you wanted that blanket or pillow, you could certainly use that there. Make sure that you're comfortable. And from here, one of the places that I like to use with the bag is across my hips. So kind of at the top of the hips and the lower part of the belly. So I'll go ahead and place that there. You can just slide it over. And then a nice thing about using the sandbag or a bag of rice or flour is that it will shape to your body, right? Sometimes I hear of people using like a barbell or just a heavy plate like that. It doesn't have any ability to kind of shape itself around us, which is really nice benefit of using sand or again rice or flour. You could even use beans. And then just simply laying here and allowing yourself to absorb the weight of the bag, which is really an important piece. So you might feel initially that you're kind of resisting. Take that awareness down and simply allow yourself to absorb the weight of the bag. Let your breath be easy and truly feel the breath as it's flowing in and out. You may choose to be here for maybe a few of your favorite songs. You put on some light music, stay for 2 or 3 songs. You could simply just set a timer on your phone for 5 or so minutes. Whenever your body tells you it's time to move on, certainly a good time to move that bag off and then just feel the shift, right? Lots of sensations are coming up. Sometimes emotions want to release, that sort of thing. Another spot that you could try using the sandbag would be across the rib cage. So right here is the very top where my ribs knit together and they start to separate. I'm going to be laying it kind of on that space. So sliding it across again, and finding that space that feels right for you. This is such a nice one. Just letting the whole rib cage just get a nice shift, right? Just a simple surrendering into that sensation of letting it melt towards the floor and into the earth. And again, feeling your breath here. Now, if for any reason this felt uncomfortable, it was bringing strain up your neck or maybe down into your back, this would not be a good position for you. Always noticing kind of what's going on. There is no necessarily right way of doing this, right? It's just what our body needs in that moment. If you do have an area in your body that's really held tight, often a sandbag and the weight of it will help the nervous system realize that it's holding that muscle pretty tight and start to let it relax into the weight of the bag. So you could try that across a shoulder. You could try it across maybe at your area of your hip. Certainly refrain from putting it anywhere near your neck. You never want to set yourself up to have a weight fall on your neck and then having a problem with that. So just be safe. Again, staying for as long as you'd like. I would close my eyes and just let the breath kind of come in and out. And then moving on when you're ready. And after you pull the bag off, just take those few extra moments, really maybe a minute or two, just to notice what comes up. Sometimes there's just such a refreshing feeling, the shift that happens, and you just notice that and then try and hang on to that as long as you can through the rest of the day. You could also try using the bag across the back of your hips. I'll go ahead and show you that now. And so if you're okay with coming down on your stomach, you can set the bag up so that you're laying on your stomach and then just drag it across. I have it just on the top of my sacrum here, placing the hands palm to palm and resting the forehead there. Or you could put the arms out or even down with the head turned sideways, whatever feels best for you. And if you turn the head to one side, make sure that you take time to turn it to the other side as well. Again, feeling your breath, noticing how this might be shifting through the body. You could also run it down the length of the sacrum, so kind of from lower back down through the tailbone. Another nice position. Pulling it off and taking a few breaths before you move on, just to give your body time to process. And there are lots of other variations to use. You decide what's right for you. If you have any questions about trying to work with a sandbag, or maybe you had an interesting experience or felt a sensation come up you weren't expecting, please feel free to reach out to me, julie@yogabodylllc.com. If you're interested in buying one and you live locally, reach out to me. I have some already set up with sand in them, ready to go, so certainly could help you with that. Here's to a happier and healthier you. Namaste.